Hello guys, we should be on live. Hi everyone, hope you're well today. As usual, let's wait a few more minutes before the other traders join the session. That's interesting. I made already the 3 trading room this week. I had position yesterday. I'm keep holding it in the dollar. There are some movements as there was the retail news 30 minutes ago. So yeah, we're going to discuss about those trades, how I will manage it. It didn't push enough for taking any profit on my side. So yeah, we will go straight into MT5 to analyze and continue trading as usual on Wednesday, guys. I will try also to find some day trades opportunity, maybe some scalp at the opening. Today at 9 p.m. my time, there is the Fed meeting, FOMC meeting. So there might be a lot of movement as well, a lot of volatility. But there are some time before we reach, there are like still 5 hours of trading before the FOMC meeting starts. So yeah, let me know guys in the chat if the sound is good first of all. And if yes, we're gonna go into MT5 straight away. Hi Eduardo, hi Grim. Yeah, already some people that join again the session, so happy to be with you guys today. Sound is alright. Hi Lucian. Okay, let's move into MT5 and show you the trade. I'm still holding the trades of yesterday. Just hold on, I will do something like that. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the dollar yen. I think it was the 2 trade I opened yesterday. If you remember, I opened the first sell here. This was the breakout and retest line. Okay, I say, okay, here there might be a first retest. The market reject. And again, breaked out. Here, this was the supply. Again, I opened it yesterday as well. Today, I shouldn't actually open another sell, especially at that spot. But here, my stop loss is very tight. So I'm still be ready to allocate more lot size into that trade. The fact is that here, it's an order block, big order block here. So that's something I could at least open. I have my signal. I have... for example, in the H1 stochastics above 80, Bollinger Bands here. We already got rejection into that space. And also what we have is on the dollar index, okay? Again, the market reached this type of zone after the news. We had already a reaction. Okay, so you see this pin bar here on the 15 minutes. We can see also on the 3-minute chart. Okay, so we got already some rejection here. So I'm ready to take the risk here. The stop loss is just above this key zone, which is a very strong key zone on the H4 chart. Okay, the market already reject several times here. This was yesterday, and no, this was Monday, and this is today again. We make another retest into that spot. So yeah, I'm ready to put the stop loss just above and take the long swing trade on that one. Even I know that the dollar is strong, the market can retrace at least to the middle of the range. So that's fine for me. Yeah, I wanted to say something, I just forget. Okay, so this is the first trade, dollar yen, selling 3 partial entry, 3 different zones. Stop loss is very tight. The risk reward would be high for me in that case. The second trade is on the pound. Okay, we identify again this zone yesterday. We opened the buy. The market pushed very well. Okay, maybe I don't know. I saw the market would continue to push. Generally, what I explained yesterday is that I'm ready to take partial profit at the middle of the range. You know, the middle of the range was around that area. The market just make a pin bar here and then retrace. I think there was an inflation number in UK. But again, I think the market is still obviously probably making another retest to the zone. And you see, I just put closer my stop loss. I just will put it below it again. Okay, so that's nice. And in the euro, it's almost the same. Okay, I meet the bar here. The market pushed very strongly yesterday after we closed the session. And here the market, you know, it's quite struggling after the news. Probably will reach again my entry point and I will be closing to break even. The fact is that, yeah, I should. Okay, so this is fine. After the market pushed here, okay, I thought already the market will continue to push, and then my stop loss will move to break even. Here we can make another retest. So we're gonna wait for that. And lastly, I just opened a few minutes ago, like say 30 minutes ago, a long position on the Nasdaq. This is also a strong zone. The market starting to go down from yesterday. I don't know if you see that, but yesterday the market pushed, and here on the M15, so we make a new high, and then the market reject already. Here it's also a long downtrend during the pre-market. I highly believe that the market can at least give a short a push to the upside here. And again, the risk reward is on my favor here. I would be risking how much points is it? Yeah, $32 and maybe winning here. So it's around 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk reward for that one. Okay, a reminder, as usual, guys, the trade I'm taking and the analysis I'm doing is only for an educational purposes, okay? So trading is at your own risk, and it's not a trading advice. So take in consideration the risk in trading, and you should have a strong risk management to not risk too much. Okay, so most of the trades here are swing trades, like the pound and the euro. Again, I just want to highlight that I mainly focus on the dollar index, okay, to all these trades, and we see that yesterday when we opened the entry execution yesterday was wonderful. Okay, I opened at the best place. If I open here, the risk reward would be a bit lower. Here, the execution was totally fine. Again, we make a retest to that spot. The market can, you know, make here sort of double top in either 30-minute chart, make a double top here and then go down strongly. That can happen. Yeah, so I think I'm in the good trend, and I'm very, you know, you feel that when you're comfortable with the trade you have, that even it touched the stop loss. The risk reward that you take for that one is very nice. Like you have a huge reward for small risk, so that's nice. So most of the trades here are swing trades, like the dollar yen, the euro dollar, and the pound dollar. You know, from an H1 or at least H4 basis time frame. Nasdaq is much day trades. Okay, I don't want to hold it until the end of the week. Okay, as you know on the daily chart, guys, the market here already overextended. I already explained that here might be a sell spot for traders. And yeah, and of course, I think the best spot to exit my position would be here at the order block. I would at least put the take profit if I don't look at the chart at that time. And also I will monitor this one. How long do you see dollar yen going on the short? It's quite the same analysis as the dollar index. Okay, the dollar index, it's okay. So I will explain what I see on the dollar index and also what I see on the dollar yen. The market here is on a consolidation zone. If the market don't work above that line and that zone, the market will get again a rejection and probably go back into the middle of the range. Okay, so the market might be most of the trends going back to to the middle of the consolidation zone. We can expect the market going back straight to the extreme point at the bottom here at the demand, but we don't want to be too greedy. Okay, we want to exit at least here. Like for example, here the market get back and then make another retest. This can happen also. So I will be exit some of the position at the middle of the range, and if we go into the dollar yen, just get rid of the line. Okay, so this for me the zone. Okay, here it's, let's say, an overextended movement. So I expect the market to at least get back to the middle of the range. This would be here. I would exit partial profit here, and would let the second part running into the extreme point at the bottom, or at least here to the demand. But of course, the markets here should respect this zone. If not, it will take the stop loss. It probably continuing going into the top side. So yeah, I should be patient. I should be waiting for that. And the risk allocated here is totally fine in my opinion. Here on the Nasdaq, we're quite battling into this zone. I think the execution is okay. We are close at the lowest point of the day. I know that there was also a movement in gold. I look to that one. Okay, so in gold, it was support line during the let's say the Hajjan session, the London session as well, the market break, and here starting to make a retest. The fact is that this was a news, and you know, I don't feel comfortable to open a sell here for the retest. The market also reacts to this line. You will see. One moment. The market reacts exactly, you see, at this bottom in H4. So it can be a creation of head and shoulders as well. See the first shoulders, the head, and again we make like another shoulder. So the market can push from here. So yeah, making here a sell in the M15 minutes could be very dangerous. So I would not do that. Higher demo, yeah, that can be, you know, that can be a solution. Or the dollar yen is already here, very overextended. But the fact is that when you see on the weekly chart, here on the weekly chart there is nothing to make a sell. You know, you have 3 pin bar here on the weekly chart. The market started with test here, so the market can, you know, take my stop loss and then going back after that. So that's why I don't want, you know, to be greedy and wait the market to goes back 50% of the Fibonacci levels. I understand what you look for. Let's say if I go Fibonacci from beginning of the year, will be probably here. Generally what I like to do in Fibonacci is take the lowest point, even this is not in the year. So if I take the weekly chart, it would be, what happened in the daily chart? you know, I would be looking for the weekly chart, which is the bottom. Okay, and you see the market already react to the 28 level here. 50 level will be here, and you know, it's very far away. It can be very greedy to hold it until here. At least when you open like in a H4 time frame, you don't want to hold it until the weekly. The risk reward would be definitely high, but again, this is not my what I'm looking for in this type of trade, you know. You mean from the top here? It might be also the 50 Fibor level. Okay, let's check. Yeah, this is quite above. You know, the market already is starting to play around the 50 levels. Again, for this type of trade, I didn't look at Fibonacci at all. I'm just looking at the market structure. You know, here we had a supply, we had a retest. Looked like an order block here when the market, you know, consolidate here. That's just what I did. Of course, you can find any Fibor levels to go in, and this is always good to have you know, multiple signals. But in this case, I didn't use Fibonacci levels. You don't know where is the top as well, so. And people that keep shorting here as well would be taking a loss because the dollar yen, you see, is very strong. Say the dollar is very strong against the yen. So yeah, we should look for the dollar index. Yeah, selling here. This also an interesting supply. You know, we can find plenty of entry point. This is not what is missing actually in the market. Yeah, the Nasdaq seems to go down in the M5 again. Is the market will hold? We'll see. Yeah, nothing interesting actually on the market. Don't give here a huge movement. So maybe we can find. Nothing interesting. Not bad here also in the dollar CAD. yeah, I like this type of spot in the M5, for example. Yeah. You have pending orders. I don't have pending orders, actually. I had in the dollar yen here. You see, I had a sell limit here at the supply, and I reinforced my position earlier at the top of the block. But not, I don't have actually pending orders. And generally, I don't like. I'm most of the time in front of the computer, so I don't use selling limits and buying limits. You know, I'm going buying market directly. Yeah, dollar index struggles here. You know, this is a key zone here on a H4 chart, on a H1 chart. Of course, the market is reacting, but generally when the market, you know, will react, and then we're going to see a breakout. Again, I hope this will hold. The market already touched 5 times here this zone. So the more time you touch, you know, the zone, and more time there is a chance to break out. So, and you see here we had already a rejection. The market pushed again into that zone. So, you know, it seems also the dollar is strong. So again, in terms of trading, you should put your stop loss very tiny in this type of situation. Because if it's breakout, it will break out very high and very sharply. But yeah, here it's a nice pin bar after the news. In lower time frame, the market actually didn't succeed to make a retest. But you see, on the M5, it's still. If maybe we can go to the M1 as well. See, on M1, it's quite strong again. You see, the market is starting to make a lower high. Sorry, a lower low. Okay, here we start here and then pushed again. Here we're starting to make from here to here a lower low, but again, the market need to make at least a breakout below this one, and then it will show clearly that the market reject this zone, and we will be good in the position we have. That's what I see. But the market should make a lower low, you know, below this this zone. It will also see, you see, it's like your head and shoulders in the M1. Maybe in the 3 minute we can see that a little bit. But yeah, the market should close below those points here, and then it will confirm that the market reject this this zone here. And here on the pound, what is nice, I also opened this buy yesterday or probably Monday, but again the pound here is definitely reacting to this area. Okay, it was a support, hold the block, make a retest, was a resistance, we break out the resistance, we make a retest into that zone, and then the market, you know, starting a little bit to push. So also an indication in the pound that the market here can be the beginning of, again, a retest into the higher spot of the day. Yeah, in the euro there is like nothing interesting. Yeah, the markets will open in 5 minutes. So we're gonna see the opening. Bye, Adamo. Thank you for being here. Yeah, let's check. Yeah, that's correct. Just started again. It should we should have a lower low, and then it will confirm at least below this one. We actually actually starting to break this one. We should break this one, and then it will confirm. Yeah, it might okay, again it can hold. Actually, it's all, but again the market can make something like that, or at least it's testing this low, and again making a retest one more time. So the only thing we should do here is being patient, make the stop loss above the high, and let it go. Yeah, I think it's the main thing you should do here in that scenario. That's the only thing. Dollar yen not bugging. Already give some rejection. See some pin bar here. We have a hammer. I don't know we call that. But we got already some rejection in the dollar yen. Where is your TP in euro dollar? Yeah, so I will explain again. My TP in the euro dollar would be the first at the I will get rid of maybe this line, but here you see this is the consolidation zone. I will repeat it again. I explained it yesterday already, but we are here in a huge zone that keep respecting for almost 1 month. Here we had, like you see, like a fake breakout. The market gets back into the lowest range. So as a trader, I like to go with the extreme zone because the risk reward will be high in most of the case. And here at the middle of the range, I would be exiting the probably half of the position, and I would let the second part go into the top. But I will not hold it, until 1.07 or whatever. I should exit the market here at the middle of the range. It would be 1.0206 around that area, and the second part to the top. And pound dollar might be the same. This is also the zone, so I might be exiting half of the position here. I missed this point already earlier today, but here I will exit some of the position, probably half, and let the second part run into the top. Yeah, we have the opening in the US indices in 1 minute now. Okay, we open. I don't know the market will react. My stop loss is quite tight here because it's a zone. And generally when the market opens in US, we have some pin bar, we have some huge reaction, huge wicks. But But again, I think in the pre-market, the market already moved down very sharply. So at least I expect some movement up. Yeah, the dollar index might be pushing a little bit from here. You see, the market didn't succeed to make lower low from this one, for example. So we might have again another retest, and then going down, we may break out a little bit above, and a lot of things can happen. What we should do is being patient, hold the position. We have stop loss in all the positions we have here. Again, I would like to remind in a stop loss in this type of market, it's a must. I know that there are some type of traders that have like I don't know what we call that, but it's like a stop loss in the head, or like, I mean, they don't put a stop loss into the market, but they say, okay, when the market will reach here, I will exit the position. And I know that most of the time they don't exit the market. They say, okay, maybe the market can recover, and then they enter into, you know, a big cycle, a big bad cycle of not closing the positions, and it generally ends with a huge losses. So put a stop loss, and of course, you know, the market can take the stop loss coming back again, but this is the risk you are ready to take from the beginning. So don't increase the risk you were ready to take from the beginning. So the results of this trade, you know, it's not relevant. It's relevant in the long time. If it's a loss, it's an expenses. If it's a win, it's something you work for. Soft stop loss, yeah, that's it. I'll win. Soft stop loss, or maybe there is another term for that. Mental stop loss, probably. I don't know. Hard stop. Hard stop. Yeah, I don't know what we call that. But you know, there are two schools. I'm the school of putting a stop loss, and you know, some of you will tell you, yeah, but you know, the big whales and big institution know where to put the stop loss, so they will push the market into your stop loss and then pushing up. That can happen, you know, and here the market can also break out to take some stop loss below this area. Most of the retail trader will enter this position. Actually, I'm in a retail position here because, you know, it's a support, it's a resistance. And smart money will tell you to wait the breakout, maybe to wait the market breakout, for example. And then when you see that the market here is starting, you know, to consolidate and make like a market structure, so you should buy here. Okay, so also, that's something I do in most of the time, but here I think the market went down already from the pre-market. This is another scenario, so let's wait. Yeah, the screen is blurry. I know that this is not the best quality for looking at the MT5. I need to find a way to improve that in OBS, in YouTube. I know that this is not full HD, so that's something I should look for the next times. And yeah, Bob, let's look into the pound Aussie. Yeah, I'm again missing data here, so we will wait. I took a sell on euro dollar and gold. That's nice. That, you know, I'm not in the same direction, but it depends how you manage the trades. Okay, you can end up winning the trade by shorting here, and I can also winning. So that's fine, but depends where you opened. If you open right now a short in pound and in the euro, maybe why not? Okay, because you can put a stop loss above. But I don't know if the risk reward here would be in your favor. You know, depends. Or where is your entry, where is your profit target, and where is your stop loss. And for shorting here, the euro and the pound, you should expect a huge breakout into this one in the dollar index. So if you expect a breakout, that's fine to be selling the euro and the pound, and the gold. Sorry, not the gold, but the euro. But here, this is not how I view the market. I will never, let's say, buy in this type of technical view. When you see that this is a resistance that you see. Yeah, good luck to each other. We can also lose, both of us, you know. It depends on how you manage. This is all trading is very fascinating me. Like, no matter the strategy, everyone view the market differently and can still end up winning or end up losing, you know, even we are in opposite position. Okay, the Nasdaq already pushed from here. We should see a continuation. I don't know, we will see. Pound Aussie. I don't know, it is quite difficult to make a short here, in my opinion. What's happening in the Nasdaq? Probably pushed, not yet. And then going back down. Yeah, interesting opening again in the Nasdaq. Sorry, bro, I'm still looking at the Nasdaq meanwhile, but in the pound Aussie, you know, I don't see any area here to make a sell. Okay, I know that the market is here likely in an overextended trend, but you see on the H1 we already moved above this key zone. Actually, we are, I don't know, you see, it's like no man's land here. You don't know where is the top. And when you don't know where is the top, and you cannot identify yourself in a zone, in my opinion, and how I see the market, I will not do anything here. And also making a buy, for example, is not a good plan because the market already pushed very far away. So again, this is my opinion. But the pound Aussie making a sell, I don't. I will not do that personally. Yeah, very bullish momentum, and there is no key zone. Yeah, the Nasdaq retraced almost everything after the push on M1. Yeah, gold is pushing down, so good job, Halloween here. On gold, at least. But I'm not in gold. Yeah, I think this is the main point here you should look for today. If it's breaking below, I think you're in the good trend. But again, the market didn't break. No, maybe we can have like a short scalp here on gold, for example. That's something we can do, for example. I miss a little bit the execution, but that's something we can have. I think the Nasdaq here is quite dropping down. Well, likely go to the stop. What's happening in the dollar index? Probably starting to make another retest into this zone. Yeah, but here on gold, you see it's clearly reacted to the lowest point of the day. Again, it's a lower time frame, you know, it's M1. Stop loss is very tight. Okay, I think I get stop loss in the Nasdaq. Actually, the market keep dropping. Yeah, let's wait a push in the gold. Yeah, I have all my signals here in the M1. You see my stochastics starting to cross, you see, make flat and then cross below 20. And we have a support line. Bollinger Bands is quite wide. So there is all the indication here to make a buy. Again, the execution is not the best. You see, it's only a few points. Again, the market can continue, okay? But again, this is a short scalp. We are close. Okay, took my TP. So this is nice. This is a nice example of scalp, especially on gold. I think there is a huge volatility in gold to make this type of play. The market probably took my stop loss here and might continue. It's still in the zone. Again, make another retest into this spot. In the M1, it's starting to create head and shoulders. If it's the top here, starting to create head and shoulders in 1 minute. Again, this is very early to say that because the trend until here is still bullish. Let's see. market just took my stop loss here in the Nasdaq, but that's fine. The market can continue to go down. What's happening in the yen? Yeah, interesting movement again. Today there is the FOMC meeting. The Fed will probably release some numbers and explain the situation. So there might be some movement. Each word that Powell will say, the market will move dramatically. So be ready for this event during the evening. Anyway, guys, you know, I'm still holding. This is a swing trade for me in the euro, in the pound, and dollar yen as well. I will try to find some spot also in the indices during the day here. You know, it's quite a bit complex to open again. I think I made my trade in the Nasdaq already. So yeah, and the pound during 1 hour, you know, I didn't make a lot of things here on the 30 minutes. Already create 3 pin bar here. The market want to push down, but we already see that the dollar index keep rejecting this area, and we'll see if it's continue. If the market breaks out, we'll see pound dollar, euro dollar breaking down, and if the market give a leg down, euro and pound will continue in the uptrend. So again, my execution is quite nice. Quite happy with that already. And here it's like, you know, quite a free, let's say a free trade. My stop loss is very close from the opening price. All right, guys. Yeah, it was interesting. Thank you for being with me until the end of the session. For almost for most of you guys. I appreciate. I think I made 3 nice, interesting trading room during the week. We had dollar index analysis, some indices trade as well, and you know, I appreciate doing with that and showing the trade I have and I hold. Well, I appreciate sharing this. I wish you a nice end of the day. We're going to meet each other on Monday as usual for the next weekly forecast. So guys, take care of you. Be careful and see you next Monday, guys. Bye-bye. You're welcome, Lucian Alwyn. Thank you. Thank Bob Grimm as well. See a lot of traders going back again. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.